You know, it's amazing what happens when you roast a little bit. Today's video, we're going to talk about where all these Hemis are coming from. I know y'all are going to be like, oh boy. So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And, you know, we've seen the reports. There's been some tragic accidents that have been happening at Dundee. And I've had a lot of people asking me, you know, did the person that died, unfortunately, due to a robot's error, die because they were retooling the Hemi line? No. They're retooling for an engine that's going to be canceled in 2 years, which makes that even more sad. And my thoughts and prayers go to his family. I just hope they get compensated appropriately for that. And I'm sure they probably have counsel and all that good stuff. I'm sure the UAW would do the right thing there. The Hemi engines, which we've talked about, and I'm going to show you a link to an article that you can go read, was recently featured over on Carscoops, which I'm going to put right here. So shout out to my dude, Butter the Insider, because you know, they asked, do you want us to give TK credit or whatever for the link? And I told Butter, I was like, I'm good, whatever. But Butter the Insider literally has that, has the, I don't want to say the credibility, but the, he's just a stand-up dude, man. He's not, he's like absolutely not. And so Carscoops put our videos and some of the stuff we talked about showing where, you know, internal documents that I've got from Stellantis and video and photos that Butter have got from the line down in Mexico. It shows they're averaging about 600 engines a day. What are they doing with these engines? They're rushing them across the border. In case you didn't know, May 2nd is when the parts tariffs come into effect. And while another Mopar site reported that Dundee will be building those engines in August, that's false. Dundee hasn't even started tooling for that engine. While it may happen later in the future, unfortunately, they were extremely wrong. That said, there will be Hemi engines at the Dundee plant, but more for storage. There are hundreds upon thousands of these Hemi engines going to Dundee and Kokomo. And full disclosure, Kokomo will probably be retooled long before Dundee to make the 6.2, the 6.4, and the 5.7 liter Hemi engine. Now, whether you know this or not, see, I don't just go off of WAGs, wild-ass guesses, as much as, I stole that from Senator Kennedy, by the way. I don't go off WAGs, wild-ass guesses. I go off of facts, numbers, and internal documents, and then I follow up with my sources that reach the top of the company, not just people at the assembly plants, which I speak to them on a daily basis too. But what's going on with the Hemi production is this. They're going to get as many of them that they can get in, which will be enough engines for them to be able to do the 2026 run of 1,500 Rams. And they'll also have enough of these new SRT engines that are coming for the Jeep Grand Cherokee, which will be a SRT tagged version, and the same thing for the sports pickup truck from Dodge. Those aren't just like WAGs, wild ass guesses. That goes by internal documents that we've read, conversations we've had with people as high as the board of fucking directors. Okay? So, look, I understand that there's a lot of meat riders out there that like to, you know, say that I guess everything, but you can't guess 99% of the time. It's impossible. If that was the case, I'd be a billionaire and I'd just guess at the roulette table or I'd guess at the blackjack table. I mean, I do that on occasion too, but sometimes I go down 100 grand. I've been known to do that. So if that was the case, I'd be rich. So I literally follow where the data and the information comes in, and what's going to happen with these Hemi engines that they're going to use at Shap and Warren and other facilities are this. They're going to be stockpiled and stored at Dundee. They're going to be stockpiled and stored at Kokomo. They're also going to be stockpiled and stored at Sterling Heights Assembly Plant. And Warren is going to get some too. But they're trying to get as many of those engines that they can get across the border for all of the products that they want to throw these Hemis in for 2026. Are they going to be able to make as many? I don't know. Is the build quality going to be great? Again, I don't know. We've seen all of the issues with the Demon 170 engines. And just not to take shots or, yeah, I'm petty, fuck it. For the guys in the Demon 170 group who are now like, damn, Butter and TK was probably like, they were right. Especially the ones that were like the biggest haters. And then their flywheel or whatever started eating into their block and they're going, damn, them boys was right. I've literally had emails because they're blocked. They couldn't contact me on YouTube, right? Because I don't have patience for trolls. And they emailed me to say, hey, I need to apologize. You guys were right. I was in my feelings because I spent $230,000 on a car and I thought you were trying to devalue my purchase. Absolutely not. I'm just trying to make sure nobody else did that and wasted their money or overpaid for that car, because paying $230,000 for a car you should have never paid more than $124 for is asinine. But hey, it is what it is, man. I love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I had to be honest, you know, I know some of you guys saw my video from last night. That's not up here because YouTube was not happy about that video. But I stand on what I said. I don't like haters. I don't like people interfering in my friends' businesses as much as interfering in mine. And to be that petty, you know, to be petty and to do things like that, I can respect the pettiness, I guess, but I don't respect cowards. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We are going to be on the road in the next few days, so stay tuned for that. I have a trip to Detroit. Ain't nothing changed. I got a trip to Detroit, and we're going to have some fun while we're there, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be having beers and talking with people that work at all these different assembly plants, and I might even have some high-level meetings while I'm in town, so stay tuned. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. You guys can go check out the article over on Carscoops. Make sure to go subscribe to Butter the Insider and OC Motivator, tagging both of them in this video. I don't think I dropped any F-bombs. I think I was public friendly. Anyways, until next time, thank you very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Go check out tksgarage.com if you want to pick up any of these hats, hoodies, shirts, and even some troll devices coming very soon. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, stay petty, my friends.